Gruns reached 300 million in revenue during their second year in business. Today, I'm going to tell you what they did, including all of their advertisements and sales strategies, and how you can follow the same process to build an even stronger and bigger brand for Gruns. I will show you exactly what we have done for them to grow their Instagram accounts and how we are creating a brand unlike anything else that anyone is building out there. Basically, we are trying to recreate the success of Duolingo with their own company mascot. As you can see, Grunis has developed a super cool and very engaging bear mascot for the brand. So we're going to show you exactly how we will accomplish this. Basically, an unlimited amount of videos will be uploaded to multiple sub-accounts every single day. We'll be creating new videos, engaging directly with our ideal customer profile, reaching out to the target market within the correct sector, commenting on their content, direct messaging them, having meaningful conversations, and ultimately enrolling new clients into that specific division. So Chad was doing great in the last 3 years. We want to help him even more, so we're going to show you exactly how we're doing this. Let's go. As you can see, Grunsland's valuation is around $500 million as the supplement startup just boomed. There's never been a company in history growing at such a speed, and I believe that with our plan to grow their own branded AI content and scale with their mascot, we will be able to help them even further. So this is what they currently have going on Instagram and TikTok. It's funny, their whole thing isn't really all that exciting. Like their Instagram and TikTok, I mean, they could honestly do so much better. They produce a lot of influencer type content, but their actual social media pages could definitely be improved. So as you can see, these are the emails they're sending. They're super on point and on brand. The packaging is also in there. We've got a wide array of fantastic discounts available. And here you can see a selection of the various email designs they've created. Additionally, we currently have over 600 active advertisements running solely on Meta platforms right now. These represent just a few examples of those advertisements. As you'll observe, the vast majority of these ads incorporate influencer-generated content or striking image-based advertisements, all meticulously designed to be perfectly on brand. And currently, on average, they are paying about $30 CPM for their advertising. This is based on an ad spend of roughly $100 to $150 million. E-commerce companies typically are allocating a significant portion of their revenues, somewhere between 30 to 50% towards advertising efforts. Wouldn't you agree? So considering all of this, their CPM, when you look at the average, is certainly not inexpensive, would you say? The average organic CPM within the social media landscape typically ranges from $1 to $5. As you can clearly observe, many available offers are currently paying just $1 or even less. I mean, if we look at 1 to 5, so we have to ask if it is really worth it, right? Let's take a look at all the numbers. So how many impressions are they actually buying today at a $30 CPM rate? Let's assume they're spending $100 million with a $30 CPM, correct? So 3.3 billion impressions, that's the amount of numbers they're spending. That's their CPM. That's their number of ads. But imagine if you can get the same impressions at $1 CPM instead with just organic traffic, right? Just imagine those different numbers. So potential annual saving at $1 CPM versus 5. I mean, it's $145 million a year that we can save them if we're able to produce the CPM at $1 via organic traffic. So Gruns currently spend $100 to $150 million a year buying attention at $30 CPM, meaning $30 per thousand viewers. A good on-brand organic engine can deliver the same reach at $1 CPM, potentially unlocking 97 to 145 million in annual media savings, building brand equity instead of renting attention. This is why this approach is truly the most effective form of advertising we have today. What if they could accomplish all of this without ever needing to spend a single minute filming content? The extensive reach they would achieve is completely free, genuinely organic, and a truly natural way to be seen by the right people, as opposed to the typical advertising approach of aggressively pushing ads onto an unwilling audience. So our AI content strategy at scale using our Mass Mascot system includes everything. We conduct research, handle multiple account creation, and perform account warm-up. We manage content strategy, scripting, and ideation, followed by video generation, editing, and posting. We handle responding to comments, using comments at scale to engage with your ICP, posting stories, managing DMs, driving conversions, and retargeting your organic audience with ads. So let's go through why it works and how it works. This is very important to understand. This is the system. We basically do on-brand AI content at scale with your fun AI co-founder, which is the company mascot. So major brands successfully built vast empires using mascots long before we had artificial intelligence. I'm sure you're quite familiar with mascots like Duolingo's or McDonald's or even the Energizer Bunny, correct? So when we create a mascot, we thoroughly review the company's knowledge base and its website, and then we use a comprehensive long-form questionnaire that we complete collaboratively with the client to develop their company mascot. I'll show you in just a moment what we've successfully completed for Gruns. Subsequently, we're implementing a robust multiple sub-account strategy. Therefore, we typically utilize, whenever our target audience is located in the United States, we always make sure to use a local US SIM card. We strictly assign one individual phone to every single account, and we perform a thorough ICP warm-up process. So if we are operating within the health supplement space, we must ensure that we actively engage with relevant content in that niche to guarantee the account stays aligned with the correct ICP. And these specific steps are the absolute non-negotiables for every single phone farm setup. Wouldn't you agree? So our primary objective is to always use actual genuine mobile SIM cards. We're absolutely never going to employ anything resembling an EU proxy, are we? We need to make absolutely certain that the platform will inherently place significantly more trust in legitimate carrier mobile traffic than it ever would in any other alternative, such as a VPN or various other proxies. Each account gets its own dedicated phone, and we'll warm up each one for about 7 to 10 days. For the first few days, we won't post. We'll just scroll through feeds related to the target business niche. We'll warm up and thoroughly watch the ICP creators. We'll engage by liking, saving, and following accounts of our ideal customer. Then, from day 3 through day 7, we continue engaging solely with our target sector within the same industry, and we begin with just one post each day. We're not sending any DMs, links, or doing any outbound activity, right? So the main idea here is to teach the algorithm that this specific account belongs within this particular business cluster. So this is essentially what the process looks like, right? We're dealing with many phones, each one operating completely separately. Each account represents just one specific phone, and we essentially create multiple accounts for every company, especially when they're of that particular size. And then, regarding the content, we develop content that can scale effectively, all centered around the company's mascot. So rather than just retargeting with random influencers, we're going to essentially push their brand repeatedly over and over with a mascot. Because the mascot is recognizable, it's memorable, it truly represents the vision, the core values, and it speaks directly to our ideal customer profile. It's about native, human, imperfect heroes journey-style videos, along with story narratives and a clear CTA, a call to action in each and every one of those videos, right? Those are truly the 5 non-negotiables for the right kind of social content. So the key is to hook them in the very first few seconds, addressing a single ideal customer profile and one specific problem. Our primary focus is on user retention, rather than simply providing information. And what we offer is native, genuinely human, and intentionally imperfect. We're not trying to hide the fact that we are an AI. In fact, because we are a mascot, an AI mascot, we're inherently more authentic than those AI-generated UGC real people out there who are essentially just fake. And we have a clear call to action. So these are some of the videos. We're going to show you shortly what they look like. But we've done this with many clients, and this is what we've done specifically for Gruns. I'll show you the entire dashboard. You can visit mascot.ai/Gruns to see exactly what we've built for them. But here's a quick look at what it actually looks like. Let's scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see what the multi-sub-account strategy actually looks like, right? Now, this is just a quick demo, but essentially what we do is create multiple sub-accounts, including emails and usernames, across various different platforms. We prepare them, then we publish, and we can then collect the total number of views, all purchases, and the overall revenue generated for each account. So this is how you build a brand without filming content. This provides the same output as thousands of influencers posting simultaneously. It is the very same strategy that companies like Duolingo used to build a $14 billion business. As you can see, on most of their platforms, they have multiple sub-accounts. If it's different languages, different products, and those are not even all. Now they have, this is an old picture, but you see they have sub-accounts on different mascots, literally nowadays. And that's precisely what we essentially replicate. We're certainly not reinventing the wheel. We're simply providing access to what was previously only available to those multi-billion-dollar companies. We're now implementing this with artificial intelligence, scaling it for every single company. Therefore, this is precisely the solution we have developed. Allow me to demonstrate the dashboard for you. So this is Gruns, right? Gruns the bear. And this is what the interface actually looks like. Now, this is an older version of our dashboard, but as you can clearly observe, each individual platform has multiple sub-accounts associated with it. And regarding the Instagram profile, we should really open up some of those specific pages. You know, Instagram with all its various reels and captivating stories. In this particular example, it shows you exactly what a single video post appears to be. But I mean to say,
I've been traveling with my Gruns for the last 6 months. I've been taking them everywhere
imagine if you have 1,000 videos like this a day.
from Paris to Antarctica. And who knows where we'll go next? They're great for cognition, recovery, gut health, beauty, energy, immunity. Instead of having to pack a whole bunch of supplements and vitamins, now I just have to carry my Gruns. And I can't share them with any of the penguins because you're not supposed to feed the penguins, but the penguins smell like they could use a Gruns gummy. I've been traveling with my Gruns for the last 6 months. I've been taking...
This is just one video out of many. Imagine having hundreds or even thousands of videos like this every single day. That's the true power of what's now possible. Let's unpack some of these examples so you can really understand what's possible. But let's begin by focusing on this specific point, shall we? This right here is the profile. It's very much on point with all the important highlights, and this profile is exclusively for the mascot itself. It's not for the company, correct? We're not competing with the corporate page. The main goal of this landing page is first impressions, trust, and clarity, right? We make sure to include a very clear profile picture. We also provide a solid reason for why we are doing all of these things. Our success criteria involves making sure that every single one of these different elements is properly in place. This bio clearly communicates who Gruns is. It's an excellent example of effective bio structure. This comes directly from the bio I previously shared. Let's examine why this works so well. There's no need for a see more expansion. It creates a very clear mental model. And then we also have story highlights. This is very important to show how things work. Story highlights are a key part of the landing page on Instagram. It's very, very important. It's the same principle for your pinned post. You need to clearly demonstrate the transformation it offers, the product's mechanism, its core identity, and its underlying values, correct? So these are the essential things we aim to achieve within a profile. Ultimately, you want people to grasp what Gruns is all about in just 10 seconds. Why is this so important? Because it helps to build attention, and the profile then converts that intent into action. Next, we have the main feed to consider, right? The initial feed is going to be entirely focused on your personality. And then for the reels, we refer to these as the first 9 feed posts. It's primarily focused on the core identity, the specific problem your business solves, and how it operates, how the product functions. Then there's your overall credibility, your unique point of view, the desired outcomes, the brand's personality, the emotions it evokes, and clear next steps. These are the key elements you want to clearly present and feature prominently in your main grid. The brand itself is stable and the habit is sustainable, right? Our content philosophy isn't just about whether this goes viral, it's about whether we would save this ourselves, right? We want to make sure people really want to share this. We're going to be posting short form content carousels, and we'll be posting for each account at least 4 or 5 times every single week, and we can potentially manage hundreds of accounts. So this is the main feed, and then we have reels. Again, here's some additional information regarding the process of how exactly we create those reels. So we have clearly defined goals. We conduct market research on this particular sector, right? We scroll through. That's essentially what we accomplished. We develop a content thesis focusing on the best formats and top videos in the market. We constantly iterate naturally, don't we? So content also has its own MVP. We test consistently, then review and decide what performed best each week. And then we recreate thousands more of those. And then we scale naturally. Well, that's settled then. Editing philosophy is all about increasing retention and visual rhythms. And stories, every day we want to upload stories so we can convert as well, right? We also have a full mechanism behind the stories of why we create every type of story. Again, if you want that kind of work done for you, just go to mascot.ai. We can build anything similar for you. So this is the main point. We also handle appointment setting, or in this particular instance, it's more about direct message closing. So as you can see, we can use automated chat to effectively close conversations. We follow a range of different scripts, but the entire process is powered by AI. We can even jump onto those live sales calls, right? That way the mascots can actually join in on the sales calls and interact with the target market directly. Additionally, we provide a comprehensive script that our agents meticulously follow, and everything we do from those scripts to our interactions strictly adheres to our brand guidelines, incorporates insights from case studies, and maintains the consistent voice and tone that the company expects us to embody and represent. Now, having covered that important point, let's shift our focus back to our main discussion, shall we? Therefore, we need to consider who exactly stands to benefit most from this particular process. I mean, if you haven't started creating content, it can work for you, for your brand to reduce your cost per CPM or cost per even purchase. CPA, cost per acquisition. It's also for people who are already creating content, just wanting more results. But look, if you don't have a successful content strategy, your competitors will. You cannot wait. If you don't have a successful content strategy, your competitors will. So what we offer, you must understand, is the concept that multi-channel, all brand, AI-driven organic content at scale represents the premier new advertising platform. Why? Because every social media platform nowadays is basically becoming a For You page. Social media became interest media. As you can clearly see in some of these sample accounts right here, the vast majority of the traffic is coming from non-followers these days. So it really doesn't matter exactly how many followers you currently have. What truly matters is that you decentralize the risk across multiple different accounts. And each individual account is testing out different angles and different content. And in total, all of these accounts are collecting many, many millions of views. Even if you're only getting 100 views per video, that's perfectly fine, because it's really about reaching the correct audience. Now, obviously, that isn't our main objective. Our aim is to achieve thousands, even millions of views for each video. However, you must realize we're playing a volume game here while still creating high quality content, because we consistently stay on brand with our mascot. Every single social platform allows for this. Just imagine this is 100 people, but 100 people where the platforms allow you to create the kind of content that will immediately reach out and find the right audience. So imagine, even if one video represents 100 people who listen to you, those are specific targeted 100 people who are interested in your solution, product, and the problems you're solving. This is what 1,000 people look like, right? Imagine if we get just 1,000 views per video, which is like the bare minimum we're aiming for. And this is what 10,000 people looks like. So imagine if we're able to target the right 10,000 people for your product. And I don't care what sector you're in, it can work for you. In 100,000 people, that's one of the biggest audiences out there. You need to understand there's never been a more cost-effective time to get in front of the right 100,000 people for free. So the new game, everyone, is that whoever posts the most all-brand short-form content will win. Quality is important, yes, but ultimately the market will decide what truly is quality. If your content gets views, then it means it has quality. That's the bottom line. But how exactly do you make money from these views? Some might argue, hey, but views alone don't equal money. Well, guess what? Let's say you have thousands of videos, and it depends, right? Some clients might want 1,000 videos a day, others 1,000 videos a month. And let's just say that you're getting at least 1,000 views on every single video. Like you're getting a minimum of 1,000,000 views every day or every month. It depends on how many, like what kind of results you're looking to get, if you want to scale up or just get started. Our process involves ensuring that in numerous videos, we prompt people to comment with a specific keyword. This subsequently initiates a direct message conversation, and from there, we're able to sell our product directly through the DM via Messenger or to schedule consultation calls. We also have a link in our bio, and we can also run retargeting ads. So we retarget our initial organic audience, which is much more cost effective if you retarget people who have already seen you organically versus going directly to a cold audience. We do this in our stories, and we have captions and the highlights that I've shown you previously. So this is how we can confidently guarantee you between 1 and 100 million views within a single year, or we will work completely for free. How is this possible? It's because we simply know how to consistently reproduce viral content using diverse hooks and compelling stories. We're genuinely obsessed with everything related to content. So those are just a few of the key elements for your videos, so they don't just go viral by accident, right? You really want the content to be relatable. You want to include some storytelling and be polarizing. So do you genuinely believe that this level of attention will actually convert a small percentage of people into paying clients? This is what we're here to accomplish, isn't it? I mean, we're trying to create, typically we start with most brands using lots of short form content, right? It can be hundreds of videos a day or even thousands. It really depends on the brand and how fast they want to grow. And so, for some of our brands, as you can clearly see, this particular video you're watching right now is a long form piece of content, which is, of course, a crucial part of really building up the brand identity around the mascot character itself. You understand? So this really illustrates what an optimal content strategy might look like if you're aiming to get involved across all the major platforms immediately. And for certain brands, this could mean producing that specific number of videos on a daily basis. The core concept here then is to consistently publish content that is both brief, straightforward, and never ending. So the crucial question becomes, how exactly does this particular content funnel generate tangible positive outcomes for the business? The underlying principle is that by producing a high volume of these videos, you'll significantly improve your search engine optimization ranking and also gain prominence within AI-driven recommendation systems. And you can even use the best organic videos right now, which can also serve as the best paid advertisements. So you can simply use them and then effectively retarget those specific ads. You're able to utilize all the various platforms available. You can then discover what truly works well for you in short form videos and subsequently expand those into longer form content. And naturally, we also offer DM automations as well as comments automations. We have many, many different things all around us, always making sure we stay on brand. So when you're consistently doing all of those things, you're effectively building a brand. When you're successfully building a strong brand, that's precisely how you can lower your CPM and CPA. Right? I mean, advertising can be very expensive, and a good brand essentially helps you to lower your overall advertising costs. So this is how we can guarantee 100 million views in a single year because we are following the process because we truly know what we're doing. All brand organic AI content at scale is equivalent to running Google Ads back in 2003 and Meta Ads in 2013. There's never been a more ideal time to acquire those very same targeted views at just a mere fraction of the overall cost, while simultaneously constructing a brand entirely centered upon an AI possessing a true soul, complete with genuine emotions that people truly wish to be associated with. So if you want this implemented for your brand, go to mascot.ai, book a call with us. We look forward to helping you. Thank you. Take care.